Oh, hello. Thank you for joining me for Veg with Lisa Live. I'm Lisa. This is Undoubtedly Live. And today we're talking milk and cookies. Who doesn't love milk and cookies? Actually, let me rephrase that. Who does love milk and cookies? Me. And I know you do too. But first, how are your New Year's resolutions coming? Oh, don't feel bad. Statistics tell us that less than 10% of people who make New Year's resolutions, hi Rob, less than 10% of the people who make New Year's resolutions actually achieve them. That is exactly why I do not make them. However, if it works for you, good for you, keep doing it. Yeah, I'd love to know your secret, but I have a little secret of my own on how I make change in my life. And it involves making small, teeny, little baby incremental steps, or focusing on more good and ignoring the rest. I was so busy ignoring the rest, I couldn't even get it out. Hi, Susan. Let me repeat that. Let's think about focusing more on what good we can add to our lives and less on what we have to take away. New Year's resolutions can just seem so restrictive. Don't do this, don't eat that, don't drink this, don't drink that. It makes me crazy. I was talking with a client just yesterday, and he said it is so much more fun to gain something than it is to give something away. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. So today we are going to gain, hi Emily, we are going to gain a habit that will help us transform our lives and to live healthier, happier, longer lives. And it's a really, really simple thing to do. And it's read more labels. So what I invite you to do more of, one of the things I invite you to do more of in the new year is to read more labels. We're going to talk about labels, and then don't worry, I'm going to milk an almond and we're going to talk milk and cookies. But first, let me show you. I've got I need to take a breath. So many moving parts to today's show. I'm getting a little nervous. We are going to look at reading labels, and I'm going to use non-dairy milk as an example for this. Have you noticed non-dairy milk is super, super trendy in these days? And I believe for good reason. However, bagging on dairy and talking about why we shouldn't eat more dairy is not the purpose of today's show. The purpose of today's show is to encourage you to do more good things, right? Okay, so that good thing is to start by reading a label. Non-dairy milks are a great example, and I'm going to show you. We're going to start with one. I've got several to show you. And by the way, I am not affiliated with any of these companies, especially this first one that I'm going to read you the ingredients on. Okay, here we go. I need my glasses and I still have to hold it away. This particular brand, it is Almond Breeze Original. Listen to this. Almond milk. Okay, that's cool because that's what I bought. That's what I paid good money for. Almond milk, filtered water, and almonds. Okay, kind of think you might want to stop there, but no, they don't stop there. The very next ingredient besides water. Oh, and by the way, this is super cool. Did you know on labels that the first ingredient on the label is the ingredient that there's the most of in there? Does that make sense? So, for example, filtered water is the first ingredient on this jug of almond milk. So there's more filtered water in here than there is anything else. Okay, that's what that means. Filtered water, almonds, phew. Guess what number 3 is? Cane sugar. Sugar. So then the really cool thing is we have new, I know you probably can't see this, but we have a new dietary label guidelines that requires the manufacturer to list the number of added sugars. So in 1 cup of this almond milk, there are 7 grams of added sugar. 7 grams in 1 cup. So if you go through the drive-thru, you get a venti latte, that's 20 ounces. That's 2.5 cups. Hi, Rafa. That's 2.5 cups of milk in your venti latte. times 7 grams of sugar per cup. That is, well, you do the math, it's nearly 18 grams of sugar in your morning coffee. Dear God. Do you know how many grams of sugar we're supposed to get in an entire day? I'll tell you, 25 grams per woman, 25 grams per day for women like me, and 38 grams per day for men. It's suspiciously like the same numbers of fiber that we're going to get, but don't worry, I did fact check it and it is the same number. It's true. So if you go through the drive-thru, you get a venti latte with this almond milk, you've got 18 grams of sugar already. That is nearly your entire daily allowance. I mean, you can't have any sugar for the rest of your life if you do that. Oh my God. Okay, what else? A bunch of stuff. I don't know what it is. Lecithin, it's an emulsifier. Gel and gum, it's an emulsifier. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, here we go. My friend Summer likes this one. This is her favorite. This is from Trader Joe's. Hi, Kelly. This is from Trader Joe's, and it is called Oat Beverage. Did you know we have to call it beverage these days because the dairy industry is getting all freaked out because everybody's switching to non-dairy milks? Ingredients: water, hydrolyzed oats. That's a fancy word. It just means processed by water. So separated by water. So the ingredients in here, water and oats. Yeah, I'll give that a thumbs up. I think that one's kind of watery, but okay. Here's a really good option. This is old-fashioned, and notice these are in aseptic containers. The fancy pouring refrigerated containers, it's all marketing. Kelly likes that one too, yeah. Organic soy milk, unsweetened. This one, my friends, is what you have to watch for. Here we go. Water, organic soybeans. That's it. Let me read you something else from here. Added sugars, 0. That's good. Protein, 9 grams of protein per cup. Everybody's always yapping on about where do I get my protein? Where do I get my protein? 9 grams of protein per cup. You drive through Starbucks. You drive through your favorite coffee shop. You get a venti latte. That's 2.5 cups. 2 times 9 is 18 plus another half. Almost 25 grams of protein in your morning coffee. Okay, cool. And none of the sugar. Yeah. Now this one is refrigerated. Aha. The reason these are refrigerated, it's marketing, my friends. You can put them in here, put them on a shelf. It's not nearly as sexy as grabbing a container out of the fridge and pouring it like milk, right? It's all marketing, Madison Avenue. This one I happen to really like. They go by Malk, so they don't have to use the unsexy name Beverage. I think that's pretty clever marketing. Wonder who came up with that. Ingredients: filtered water, organic cashews, and Himalayan salt. These guys make one in lots of different nuts. So you can have cashew, you can have almond, you can have blah, blah, blah. What else? Okay, you know what? I think that's enough of that. Should we get to milking some almonds? Yeah, should we make our own? So here's the deal. Read the labels. Know what you're putting in your body, especially if you're going through the drive-thru every single day, getting a latte. You need to know what your barista's making it with. And what do? I ask them. I ask them to show me the carton. And when they only show me a carton with a whole ton of sugar, I go someplace else. We vote with our dollars. Okay, but enough of that. Let's get to making some of our own because it's so easy. It starts with the raw ingredients. And again, you can use anything. Almonds, Brazil nuts are really healthy, a great source of selenium. You can even make your own damn oat milk. You can make your own coconut milk. You can make your own cashew milk. All you need to start with is the raw ingredients, and then you've got water and maybe a pinch of salt, okay? So it's important you soak them overnight. Yep, just like this. And then it's really cool. I want to show you something. Here we go. Hold on. Bear with me. When you do that, it's so cool. Because if you're buying, I try to buy organic. I know it's a little expensive, but if you can afford it, it's really good. Look at this, the skin slip off. Isn't that so cool? I mean, it doesn't really matter, but look at that. Yeah, That's so neat. And then the other thing, so you could peel all these if you wanted to and eat them. The other thing, I don't know if you can see it. Let me find one. Here we go. It's on the one I peeled. Can you see that? It's starting to sprout. Do you see that little thing? How freaking cool is that? So you could charge $10 more for this. You buy organic almonds, you soak them overnight. You don't have to peel them. They're sprouting, and now you've got sprouted almond milk. So flippin' cool. Okay, plop it in a blender. I have a regular blender here. If you have a Vitamix, it would probably be even easier. You put the lid on. I'm not gonna do, oh, I forgot the water. You put some water in there. I like to put a pinch of salt. I'm not gonna do that to you because this is really, really loud. Instead, I'm going to show you one I've already done. So by the magic power of Veg with Lisa television. So you whir it in your blender, and then you just gotta drain out the pulp. That's all there is to it. So I make this little setup. I have a jar and a funnel. This, by the way, is my favorite kitchen tool. If you don't have one, you need one. A strainer, and then you'll need something called a nut bag. This is actually a produce bag. You can buy specific nut bags. You can also use a cheesecloth. It doesn't really matter. And you just pour your blender full of blended almonds into your strainer, and then you get this really cool stuff. This is the pulp. Yep. So you don't need that. I use it to make muffins with, but you can throw it in your compost if you want. And then you've got your freshly milked almond. It's absolutely delicious. And guess what? It tastes like almonds. What else was I going to tell you about this? Oh yeah. Okay, so you know all that crap I was talking about that is in some of them? Those things that we don't know about. Carrageenan is one common additive that gets kind of mixed reviews. It's a natural product. It actually comes from the seaweed Irish moss. But it's very suspicious, and some evidence points to it causing problems with our digestion, even IBS, even colon cancer, right? We don't really know. It's all kind of up in the air. I mean, who knows? The dairy industry could be funding all of those studies. Gargum is another additive that you'll see a lot in some of these milks. Again, it's a natural, comes from a natural product. The FDA considers it generally safe. But like, do we really need all of that? And I'll tell you why we do. Because if you make your own nut milk or cashew milk or oat milk or whatever, eventually, if you put it in the fridge like this, it'll separate, right? Because those things are thickeners, they're emulsifiers. They absorb water and they're binders, and it makes a more palatable product. I just do that, and that solves my problem. Okay, what else? Oh, what about the cookies? I'm afraid that was a teaser. So stay tuned for Veg with Lisa Live next week, where I'm going to make some cookies to go along with this milk. All right, now get yourself busy and go milk an almond. See you next week. Peace out.